Well, hello my friends, it's Adam Shaw from Adam Shaw TV, and today I'm going to take a massive risk and tell you what I think. Because in the UK, for the first time in my lifetime, it's the most dangerous thing to have your own opinion and to actually say it, and you're far more likely to get thrown in jail now. You're 10 to 20 times more likely to get thrown in jail for having an opinion here than in Russia. So let's have a look at what's happened, because it's so lunatic. I keep thinking it can't get any worse than it actually is, but it just keeps getting worse and worse. And one thing is very clear here in the UK right now is that the entire nation is getting gaslit by a rogue government that are not fit for purpose, and they're certainly not representing people that grew up in the UK. And when I say people that grew up in the UK, I mean everybody that grew up in the UK, and that's all races, religions, and all of the other stuff. So stop the bullshit with the gaslighting and the far right racist nonsense. So if we're far right, then the government is far left, because what did the far left do? The far left neutralised anyone that disagreed with them. Rather than engage in discourse, they neutralised them. Let's think regimes, far left regimes. Well, I'm not going to mention names because I still don't want to end up in jail, but let's call things out as they are. We've got the government endorsing and making it easy for only, no women or children, or old people, forget them. It's only young men seem to be fleeing refugee zones. And for all of these woke individuals saying they're getting out of war-torn countries, if these people are getting out of war-torn countries, why are the young men only getting out of these war-torn countries and the women, children and old people being left behind? Ask yourself that question, my friends, because some of the narratives are absolutely insane right now. We're paying for hotels. We're being gaslit. Taxpayers are being hit so that you can pay, I think it's insane amounts of money, around about 8 million a day just for the hotel costs. Well, we've got homeless veterans, we've got a homeless problem, and we've got people in the UK that can't even afford to eat. We've got fewer jobs now. So all of this nonsense that we're bringing in doctors and useful people, well, I'm not seeing that. All I'm seeing is riots on the streets. I'm seeing knife crime increase, and I'm seeing sexual assaults on the massive increase. And the main sexual assaults aren't coming from the native UK population, they're coming from the migrants. So where's this leading, my friends? Where does it lead? So let's talk about that. Let's talk about where it leads. So the government have got two things they want to bring in now. They want to bring in digital ID to stop the migration crisis. So they've created a problem that they're now going to give us all a solution that you need a digital ID to keep an eye on you. So it's fully tracked. And the other dystopian government suggestion is central bank digital currencies, where they can track everything you spend. And if you don't spend it on the right things, or they think you're too fat, they can stop you buying sugar. They can control what you spend your money on. It is the most dystopian thing ever. And for anyone that thinks that these aren't coming, just look on the government website, look up central bank digital currencies, and you'll see that these are very real. That soon cash will be gone, and that you will only be able to spend money on what the government approves. And this is where it's leading to. So this massive problem that's been created by this rogue government that aren't fit for purpose is going to be solved by this rogue government with solutions that aren't fit for purpose. And who benefits from these? Well, isn't it surprising that all of the digital IDs happen to be Tony Blair's son is going to be making all the money, and war criminal Tony Blair is telling us that it's going to be a good thing for us because he's renowned for telling the truth and being a straight shooter, isn't he, my friends? And that is the state of the UK. And for having an opinion like this could get you in a lot of trouble. But the point being that when people stop voicing their opinions, then that's when we get taken over. And personally, I would rather risk it for a biscuit, my friends, than sit back and watch this lunacy unfold. So let me know your opinion, if you dare have an opinion, if you're in the UK, because You can get in a lot of trouble, and you may well end up in jail, as I may well do, just for having this opinion, because it's clinically unsafe right now in the UK. It is more dangerous than any virus. It is more dangerous than any vaccine that we've been given. And let's just talk about vaccines. Don't even get me started on vaccines, folks. Don't even get me started. Can we trust the government? Absolutely not. And here's the worst part. Well, there's a good part. The good part is, for the first time in my lifetime, now a majority of people in the UK are seriously considering that there's not just two options to vote for. But the party that seems to be the best alternative is Reform UK. Now let's talk about reform, because I voted for reform at the last election, thinking that it might make a difference. And then I saw what they did to Rupert Lowe. That's one of their own MPs that only seems guilty of preaching common sense. They sent police around to arrest him over trumped up claims, which have come out to be trumped up claims. So even Reform UK, which are meant to be the free speech, Clear the Borders party, are guilty of slamming down free speech within their own party. So we're being given a false flag, my friends. We're being given a false dawn that people think, oh, reform will be better. They absolutely won't, folks. They're the same thing in a different suit. So that's my little opinion out the way. And because this is a small channel, I might get away with it without ending up in jail, or who knows? Who knows, my friends, who knows? But one way or another, I just hope that you all wake up. I hope that you see what is happening in the UK, and I hope enough people realise what's going on before it's too late. Too late, my friends, because all the millionaires are leaving because we're making it unsustainable for them, and we're being filled with criminals and paedophiles, because that's what we need more of in the UK. We clearly got a massive shortage of paedophiles. That's what we need, and you can get gaslit and be called far-right racist if you complain about it, because more people are going to jail for complaining about what's going on than the people that are actually committing the crimes. And welcome to the UK, my friends. Welcome to the UK.